appears in different avatars.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ravinder, for your question. We move on to our next question from our Insta family. Boss, who is your inspiration? Veeresh Garu, thank you for your question, Andy. Vijay garu cheppandi, who is your inspiration?
Viresh, first of all, no, I'm like, I don't know from which state each person is to know whether to answer in English or Telugu or Hindi or what. It's tricky once it became.
It's a global audience too.
Yeah,
so.
it's become tricky. But to be honest, నాకు inspiration ఏంటంటే, I've said this several times before that it was I I don't need to be inspired. I feel like I don't need inspiration because I always I'm wanting something. I don't necessarily feel a lack of inspiration to need inspiration. I was always motivated for, I wanted to do great things.
Bigger things.
యా తర్వాత నాకు ఫస్ట్ అయితే బేసిక్లీ మా అమ్మ నాన్నని కంఫర్టబుల్గా చూడాలని కోరికుండే. ఈ రెంట్ల గోలా, గ్యాస్ సిలిండర్ వస్తే డబ్బులు లేవు, రెంట్ నెల నెల మంత్ ఎండ్ వస్తుంది, రెంట్ కట్టాలి, అకౌంట్లో డబ్బులు లేవు, పిల్లల ఫీజులు, ఇట్లాంటిది ఇంకా విరక్తి పుట్టేసింది. ఇలాంటి ఇట్లుండొద్దు అని. అండ్ ఐ వాంటెడ్ టు సీ మై పేరెంట్స్ హ్యాపీ, ఐ వాంటెడ్ టు బీ హ్యాపీ అండ్ కంఫర్టబుల్. సో just life was
that goal itself is inspired.
It was
you
inspiring
and kept you
enough because I was like,
motivated,
I want to get out of this, and
Yeah.
I want something better. I want something more comfortable and nicer, and నాకు రెస్పెక్ట్ కావాలి. I wanted to be respected by my family, by my relatives, by society, and for that you need to do something.
Yeah.
So it was mostly money and respect that inspired me, and these are the two things that I value till today. If somebody disrespects me, I cannot forgive them, and money is really important. So these are the two things that I work for and live by.
Yeah, very straightforward. In fact, money, I mean, people might just diplomatically say, yeah, money comes and goes, but this is what is important. But yes, of course.
Dhanam moolam midam jagat.
Absolutely.
If there
Thank
is
you.
no money, you're screwed. Everybody needs money.
Wow, on that honest note, we take the next question. Thank you, Viresh Garu. And we'll find out who is our next question sender. Tesa Jani Boba. That's the Sajani Boba. Sorry. What's different in Kushi from all the other movies that you've done so far, and how was the experience different for you?
Experience changes slightly from movie to movie. This was a fun film to make, and I had a great team. So Nenu, Shiva, Samantha Garu, Venela Kishore, Rahul Ramakrishna, our fathers, everybody was so much fun that it was like a very easy breezy. Everyone was very good at their job, so chala easy unde shoot cheyadam. And when everyone does their job well, somehow the set becomes really
Yeah.
fun to be on. And what was the other part of the question?
So, what do you? Okay, the first question, of course, was your
Thanks.
unforgettable moments, and Sajani Bobba wants to know. Sorry, I think we'll have to bring the question back.
Yeah, it was how is it? Why? What was different about Kushi?
Yeah, how was the experience different for you?
ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ మజా ఉండే. అంటే నేను పెళ్లి చూపులప్పుడు కూడా మజా ఉండే, అర్జున్ రెడ్డి అప్పుడు కూడా మజా ఉండే. ఇది కొంచెం డిఫరెంట్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ మజా బికాస్ డిఫరెంట్ పీపుల్. అండ్ హౌ ఇస్ ఖుషీ డిఫరెంట్ ఫ్రమ్ మై అదర్ ఫిల్మ్స్? ఇట్స్ డిఫరెంట్ అంతే. ఎట్లా చెప్పాను, మీరు చూసి చెప్పాలి ఎట్లా డిఫరెంట్. ఇట్స్ అ హోల్ డిఫరెంట్ స్పేస్. నో, ఐఎమ్ ప్లేయింగ్ the first half I'm playing like a regular
Lover boy.
Yeah, like what you would call a regular lover boy, and then at some point he gets married, and then you see the drama after marriage.
The
And
paradigm shifts.
I don't think I've ever played a married man, married boy before.
Yeah.
He's not a man yet,
Yeah.
but he's like that young adult kind of space.
Trying to still figure out the rules.
And I just think it is a Kushilo unna katha koncham along with it being super entertaining, it is I feel like the emotion is something that is worth discussing. At the end of the film, what you take away is something that manam andaram maatladukovali ane emotion and na feeling.
Right.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you, Sajni Baba, for that question. And in fact, we were talking about Khushi and the experience that you've had. This is a very relatable topic, in fact, today. The young couples who get married, of course, they'll have their own little myths and tips and how to kind of overcome. I'm sure this movie is going to give them a lot to look forward to. With that, taking a look at our next question from our Instagram family. Okay, so Vardhan Varun Harsha, what is your favorite tourist place, your favorite sweet, and your favorite biryani? This reminds me of the scrapbook, Vijay Garu. If you remember back in school days, we had that.
Yeah,
Please.
correct. అవును స్క్రాప్ బుక్ లో
Yeah.
రాసేసేవాళ్ళ. Tourist place నాకు any place with either a beach or some crazy history. I love places with a historical story. Recently నేను టర్కీలో ఉండే and Istanbul has so much history that I was so fascinated by everything there. Or నాకు basic beach, water, మంచి food ఉంటే set. ఫేవరెట్ స్వీట్ నాకు వెస్టర్న్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ స్వీట్స్లో చీజ్ కేక్
Cheesecake.
అండ్ ఇండియన్లో రస్మలై. దీస్ టూ ఆర్ మై ఫేవరెట్. అండ్ వాట్ వాస్ ద
Your favorite biryani, your favorite kind of biryani.
యాక్చువల్లీ తరుణ్ భాస్కర్ మై పెళ్లి చూపులు డైరెక్టర్స్ మదర్ ఆంటీ మేక్స్ అ కిక్ యాస్ బిర్యానీ. షీ మేక్స్ అ డెడ్లీ మటన్ బిర్యానీ. మై కరెంట్ కుక్ మేక్స్ an amazing biryani. And I have a friend called Meghna. Her mom makes a deadly biryani. So these three
So
are
you
my
like homemade biryanis?
yeah, these three are my favorite. They are another level. When you eat it, you'll see.
All right, I am salivating, but I will control that emotion and we move on to our next question. Next question, thank you, Varun Harsha, for that question. We move on to taking our next question. Shweta Saudini, how do you manage your time between family and working in films and movies?
Honestly, ముందు అంత వెల్ మేనేజ్ లేకుండే నేను. I was just completely obsessed by work. So my entire life would go to working, and family and friends were never a priority. It was also because of how I grew up and the kind of environment I was in and the things. మా డాడీ ఎట్లుంటుండే అంటే అరే ఫ్రెండ్స్, రిలేషన్షిప్స్, ఫంక్షన్లు, అత్తలు, మామలు అంతా వెయిట్ చేస్తారా, అవి ఇంపార్టెంట్ కాదు, పని ముఖ్యము, డబ్బులు ముఖ్యము అని వుడ్ పుట్ ఇట్ ఇన్ మై బ్రెయిన్ సో మచ్ దట్ డోంట్ వేస్ట్ టైమ్ ఆన్ ఎనీథింగ్, ఓన్లీ వర్క్ అండ్ మనీ. సో సమ్వేర్ అలాంగ్ ద వే ఐ థింక్ మై డాడ్స్ అ బిగ్ ఇన్ఫ్లుయెన్స్ నా లైఫ్లో. సమ్వేర్ అలాంగ్ ద వే దట్ హ్యాడ్ బికమ్ మై కంప్లీట్ ప్రయారిటీ. బట్ రీసెంట్లీ గత 1 year నుంచి is the first time that I've started actually in the last 1 month actually I've started taking Sundays off. So I've been saying that
So it's a
Sundays
strict no-no.
అంటే ఇప్పటికీ ఇంకా స్ట్రిక్ట్ కాలే, కానీ అట్లీస్ట్ చెప్తున్నా,
Okay.
అరే సండే నేను పని చేయను రా, మా ఫ్యామిలీ ఫ్రెండ్స్తో ఉంటా, పండగ ఉంటే పని చేయను రా. అండ్ ఐఎమ్ లైక్ ఐల్ టేక్ అ హాలిడే ఆఫ్టర్ దిస్ స్కెడ్యూల్. ఐ వాంట్ టు టేక్ లైక్ అ 3-4 day break. It's the first time in my life
Finally, you're striking a balance between
I'm doing
work.
this, and it is good. It's good.
Necessary.
Yeah, I feel like I'm experiencing more. At one point you begin to feel like అసలు ఎందుకు పని చేస్తున్నా ఇట్లా స్లేవ్ లాగా, like I'm slave to myself
Yeah.
at some point. So I'm like కొంచెం అనుభవించు నువ్వు చేసే పని కూడా. So
Regenerate చేసుకొని again you can
Yeah.
come back with a great force.
yeah, so I'm like start spending what you've earned and make memories and spend time with people are really important, more
True.
than anything.
Absolutely.
So start spending time with the people that matter.
Absolutely. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Great. So we take one more question from our Instagram family. I am Shri One. Your first gift you got from a fan. Do you remember?
I am straight face smiley Shri One. You sound like a robot. Are you a bot? The first gift I got from a fan నాకు అసలు గుర్తులేదు.
But Vijay Garu, have you had these crazy fans who've written love letters with their blood perhaps? I mean, have you had those?
I've had నాకు they're like my people, and whatever they do I never find it crazy. You get lots of letters and stuff, but one thing everybody should know is that I really don't like, and I'm really tired of receiving my own face. please don't draw pictures of me or do art of my. I don't want to see my face. I get so much art with me on it. I'm like, నాకు
Tired
వద్దు
of.
నా ముఖము ఇంక నువ్వు గుర్రం వేసి సన్నేసి చెట్లేసి ఏదో ఒకటి వేసి నేను పెట్టుకుంటా నా ముఖం ఇమ్మీడియట్లీ ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ ఓన్లీ బికాస్ దే ఆర్ ఫ్యాన్స్ నో ఐఎమ్ లైక్ ఆఫీస్లో పెట్టండి ఇక్కడ పెట్టండి లేకపోతే ఐఎమ్ లైక్ నా నా ముందైతే పెట్టకండి సో డోంట్ గివ్ మీ మై ఫేస్ లైక్ ఇనఫ్ ఎవ్రీ డే ఐ సీ ఇట్ ఐఎమ్ లైక్ లిటిల్ బోర్డ్.
Yeah, you can also draw those little houses with a little stream.
Yeah, anything but
But
my
his face.
is all love. Yeah.
Fantastic. I think a couple of our live viewers also kept on saying that, I can draw you really well. I've done a lot of paintings, but you heard him right here live. Please go ahead and draw anything but his face. Thank you so much, Shrivan, for your question. With